Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Friday, the 26th day of July. It's All or Nothing Day, Holistic Therapy Day. I'm actually a big fan of holistic therapy. I didn't even know what that meant like a decade ago. And then I got to know some people who are involved in that. And I don't think it's a cure-all for every single thing out there, but I think it's a really good thing for a lot of stuff. So
Right.
It's kind of cool.
I agree.
National Aunt and Uncle's Day, Bagel Fest Day, Coffee Milkshake Day. That actually sounds really good.
That sounds really good.
Have you had a coffee milkshake?
Yeah, I mean, we used to go all the time. The thing that we just used to get at Dairy Queen all the time.
Oh,
and I
yeah,
said,
yeah,
oh, I'm
yeah.
really sad that they
That's
got rid
what
of that.
Was? The Moon
Yeah.
Octane? Oh, yeah, I guess that's what that was.
Yeah.
National Dog Photography Day. If you've got a dog that takes photos, I mean, that's pretty cool. Oh, taking photos of dogs. Okay. World Tofu Day. I'm not going to probably celebrate that one. And it is Talk in an Elevator Day today. All of those things.
Okay.
And it's Friday, and I am excited to visit with Matt Iseman, American Ninja Warrior. Going to chat with him coming up in just a bit. Charlie has Parkinson's. Recently, Charlie started wearing a bracelet from VitaTech Healing.
I'm an avid golfer, and I was going to give it up this year. I just deteriorated that much. Now I'm back to golfing, enjoying it, having a good time. I just can't stress enough how good it is.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how VitaTech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. If it's happiness you're looking for, and really, who's not, especially, these days, the answer could be as simple as eating cheese and being an extrovert. A study of over 2 million people by the Shanghai Jiao Tony University School of Medicine found that those who reported eating more cheese registered higher in happiness, health, and longer lifespans. A 2020 report published by Current Psychology found the most reliable predictors of life satisfaction and happiness are, you know what? Personality traits of being an extrovert, conscientiousness, and emotional stability. Other studies found that actions that one take to benefit or protect the environment have also shown to drastically boost their happiness. And a mood boost can be realized simply by taking a walk in nature, even if it's just like a garden in a city.
I agree with that completely.
So they're saying you want to be happy, be an extrovert, so talk to people, eat some cheese, and go for a walk around some trees.
I could do all of those things.
I could do those all at once. Let's do it. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
It's rad. It's bad. It's 80s. The coolest rock vacation of the summer. Retromania Live. August 21st through 25th, the Mansion Theater. Starring Vince Neil, Bobby Brown, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Night Ranger, Tom Kiefer, Tiffany, Lou Graham, Pauly Shore, celebrity autograph signings, costume parties, and more. Single day tickets on sale now at RetromaniaLive.com. Produced by Branson Star Entertainment.
Did you know? Brought to you by Genesis Gold, IRA.com. Heidi, did you know? Allergy season is getting longer and more intense every year. If you're one of the millions of Americans who suffer from allergies, we got bad news. Allergy season is getting longer and more intense, according to a 2019 published study in The Lancet. Likely another unfortunate result of climate change, they're saying in this study. Scientists found that pollen counts across the northern hemisphere have increased over the last 20 years, and pollen season is increasing by 0.9 days per year worldwide.
0.9
Yes,
days. So not even a full day. It's 0.9
that
days.
That much worse, Heidi. That much. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com. I cannot believe she would have shared this. Jenny McCarthy revealed that she stole a sacred item from the Pope during a trip to Italy. What?
Whoa.
She was raised a devout Catholic, and she made the confession on Let's Talk Off Camera with Kelly Ripa. It's a podcast, apparently. She said, I stole a cross from the Vatican. I gave it to my mother. My mom's like, this is not okay. She went on to clarify, well, I didn't personally steal the cross, but it was taken by one of my girlfriends while we were there, and she gave it to me. Anyway, that is probably not a good plan.
She wanted to get on the express train to help.
You probably shouldn't have shared that worldwide. I'm just saying.
Jeez.
And new films from a couple of actors and actresses you might have heard of, Angelina Jolie, Mike Lee, Ed Burns, Dave McKenzie. They're going to make their world premiere at the 2024 Toronto International Film Festival. Organizers have announced the beginning of the Takeover Week will include 4 major program announcements. 25 world premieres were announced as well. And there's a big, long list of things on here that I'm never going to get around to. So did that just happen or that's happening? I don't have dates on here. So if you'd like to, you can read all the details, the ones that I have, in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Charlie has Parkinson's. He started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing, and he's noticed a difference, even while sleeping.
Once I got in bed, I couldn't roll over. I couldn't move. I was just whatever position I was in, just a chore to get out of bed. And now everything is so much better.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A recent study found that 1 out of every 3 people in a current relationship is cheating. What? 1 out of every 3 people?
Why would you even bother being in that relationship?
That makes no sense to me.
Jeez.
Makes no sense at all. So
it's disgusting.
Is
and
this
if you respect your partner that little, leave them. Do them a favor and leave them.
Is this a generational thing? Because this
I don't
doesn't
know.
seem
That's
normal to
awful.
me. But a recent study found 1 in every 3 people in a current relationship is cheating. I don't know where they did this study. If they did this study on a website that's known for cheating, I mean, I have no clue. I have no information whatsoever. And I am moving on. A heat wave can negatively affect more than your physical health. A 2022 study by the Boston University School of Public Health found a significant increase in visits to hospital emergency rooms for mental health conditions during the hottest days of the summer. This included ER visits for substance use disorders, mood and anxiety disorders, stress and other behavioral disorders, and more. The study's author believes this is due to a combination of factors, including disruption of sleep and the fact that you're experiencing extreme heat. It makes it more difficult to cope with other stressors. It's not rocket science, they say, but they remind us that it is important to check in with family and friends and neighbors to make sure they know what resources are available to them during periods of extreme heat, and check in with yourself, too, to make sure you are doing okay. Does that make you think of anything at all when you hear that story? Is there something that comes to mind?
No.
It made me instantly think of a movie with Michael Douglas, Falling Down, because he had this horrible day, but it was a really hot day.
That's a brilliant movie.
It was a great movie. And the older I get, the more I go, well, yeah, I see where he's coming
I
from.
can relate to this
I'm like,
man.
wait, I probably shouldn't be relating to this. But I think it's interesting that they made it a really, really hot day for that particular movie. And then here we have, 30 years later, a study saying that kind of stuff happens on a really hot day. Scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. So excited to visit right now with Matt Iseman. We've had him on the program in the past, and I'm looking here. Is this a smudge on my screen? Season 16? That can't be right.
Oh, my God. It's amazing.
How in the world is it season 16? The time flies, doesn't it?
My mom always tells the story when I got called. I remember I called her and said, hey, I'm doing this show. It's called American Ninja Warrior. And she goes, what are they saying about it? I go, well, we'll see if it lasts the summer. And here we are now, season 16. We just got word that there may be another season in the works. And, there are gyms open all around the country. We've had ninjas get married. We had ninjas have children. It's unbelievable. It's nice to be a part of something that's really got legs.
Well, and the thing that's cool, this program has inspired people to do some pretty crazy things, but like crazy in a good way. I've seen people who've completely renovated their whole entire backyard and they made like an American Ninja Warrior course. That's got to be kind of cool.
It's amazing seeing how many people have built these in their backyards, how many have built them in their garages, how many, in Alaska, in these remote islands where they're building it from driftwood and people who've lost 80, 100, 125 pounds to get themselves in shape. People who've truly changed their lives. And it's just incredible to be a part of something that has helped people kind of be something where they say, you know, I need a goal. I want to do something. And it's not even that I'm going to win $1 million. For some of these people, the goal is just to get to the start line. And that's why it's so cool when you watch our show and you'll only see a handful of people hit buttons, but you see people win in so many different ways.
Yeah.
They're not comparing themselves to anybody but themselves and saying, you know, a year ago, I struggled to get up off the couch, and here I am, you know, at the start line. That's a win.
Absolutely. And think about that. There are a lot of programs on television. People can sit down and spend a half hour or an hour watching so many different programs, and there's a lot of different things out there. But there's not a lot of things like this where somebody will watch this program and they'll go, you know what? I feel like maybe this is something I could do. And then they put in the time, they put in the effort, and they're finally there. Even if they don't win, they're a winner because their entire life changed because of this show.
And that's what I think we've seen that's been so cool, John, is seeing people, the discipline of showing up for these workouts carries over into other areas of their lives. And, you know, and it's funny, we even see it with the kid ninjas too, where they talk about, you know, they were struggling with self-esteem or whatever the challenges that all young adolescents face. They said the confidence in the gym, the community I made it easier to get through my day. And it's, you know, these little victories that start adding up and become big victories. And it really is gratifying just to see how many people have really impacted their lives in a positive way and feel like, you know, Akbar and I get to be the voice of the cheerleaders going, you got this. Yeah. Way to go.
I love that. Now, the thing that's fun, in addition to this, you have had the chance to do so many other fun things. And one of the things that I'm looking at that is, you know, kind of digging up fun stuff from my childhood is you had the chance to do Evil Live, where you honored legendary daredevil Evil Knievel. What was it like getting to be a part of that? Because that's a kid, again, if you grew up as a kid in the 70s and 80s, you were definitely a big fan of this guy.
Exactly. And it was so cool. For those who don't know, Travis Pastrana, one of the all-time great extreme sports guys, recreated 3 of Evel Knievel's most famous jumps live in one night in Las Vegas on the History Channel. And it was insane. And what's so great is I'm there and I'm the first one giving him a high five after he lands the jump.
Front row seat, yeah.
It's never lost on me, the cool stuff I get to do, John. And, you know, the Olympics this summer.
Well, and I was going to say, we also watched you on the new Celebrity Apprentice with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and congrats on your win on that. That was so much fun to watch. And the thing that's weird is I feel like I know you way better than I know you because I've talked to you a couple of times, but we watched that program, and that's not a scripted thing where you're watching somebody come out and host a show. You get to see kind of behind the camera and behind the scenes, and I think America really fell in love with you and many of the other people on that show because we feel like we got to know you on that.
Oh, thank you. That was definitely tough. That's different because, you know, most of the time I'm hosting something, but there I was a competitor.
Yeah.
And to know you're on camera and you're being judged and, you know, you have a chance to raise potentially a lot of money for charity. I ended up raising $1 million for the Arthritis Foundation.
Awesome.
It was really awesome. And the best part is I've stayed friends with Schwarzenegger, which if you'd have told 16-year-old me that I'd become buddies with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I would have, get out of here. No way. It's pretty cool.
It is very cool. Again, season 16 of American Ninja Warrior. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, sir.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it, bud.
Absolutely. Matt Iseman, American Ninja Warrior. I've got a link to it so you can get all the information. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Charlie has Parkinson's. Recently, Charlie started wearing a bracelet from VitaTech Healing.
I'm an avid golfer, and I was going to give it up this year. I just deteriorated that much. Now I'm back to golfing, enjoying it, having a good time. I just can't stress enough how good it is.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how VitaTech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In the original 1902 stage version of The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy did not have a dog named Toto, but a faithful cow named Imogen.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, a lot harder to fit that cow in a basket,
in
though.
the basket of your bike, yes.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
An iPhone consumes about 75 cents worth of electricity per year, even if it's fully charged once a day. So if you charge it once a day for an entire year, that's 75 cents worth of electricity.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
An average swimming pool loses 1,000 gallons of water per month to evaporation and other causes. That's just an average one. 1,000 gallons a month.
Yeah, I suppose.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The 1% of the world's water, only 1% of the world's water is drinkable. So if my math is correct, 99% is not.
That's really good,
Thank
John.
you. She patted me on the head when she said that. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The lifespan of a rock star is 25 years shorter than the average lifespan of most people, except for Mick Jagger for some reason. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
It's rad. It's bad. It's 80s. The coolest rock vacation of the summer. Retromania Live. August 21st through 25th, the Mansion Theater. Starring Vince Neil, Bobby Brown, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Night Ranger, Tom Kiefer, Tiffany, Lou Graham, Pauly Shore, celebrity autograph signing, costume parties, and more. Single day tickets on sale now at RetromaniaLive.com. Produced by Branson Star Entertainment.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. 2/3 of us have had dreams about this. What is it?
Flying.
No, falling.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever done it where you wake up and you're like,
yes,
oh, and
it jolts you awake.
You thought you were falling?
Yeah, I have. A lot of times it's as I'm falling asleep that happens. I get this feeling like I'm falling.
It's because I'm trying to push her out of bed. So, we are married, by the way. Just want to make sure you understand.
We just live in the same cul-de-sac.
Yeah, no, we don't. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Charlie has Parkinson's. He started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing, and he's noticed a difference, even while sleeping.
Once I got in bed, I couldn't roll over. I couldn't move. I was just whatever position I was in, just a chore to get out of bed. And now everything is so much better.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com. Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. The local government of an area in Japan has passed an ordinance requiring residents to laugh at least once every day to promote better physical and mental health. They made it a law. You need to laugh every day. The ordinance encourages residents of the Yamagata Prefecture, whatever that is, to snicker or chortle or guffaw daily. And they ask businesses to, quote, develop a workplace environment that is filled with laughter. The 8th day of every month has also been designated as a day for residents to promote health through laughter. The initiative is a result of research that has linked laughter to better health and increased longevity. Can you imagine being a stand-up comic in Japan right now? I mean, that would be kind of cool, really. Like, hey, I might just save your life. I don't know. There's something weird about that story, but there's also something about it that I just kind of like. So, weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. July 17th was World Emoji Day, and I didn't celebrate at all. Did you?
Oh, I doubt it.
Well, Creative Subscription Services, Supersized is the name of the company. They analyze the usage and search volume of emojis. Which emojis have taken the biggest hit in popularity recently? They think that these will eventually go extinct. So we'll do number 10, smiley faces with sunglasses. Number 9, heart with an arrow. Number 8, 2 hearts. Number 7, the smirky face. I don't even know how to do half of these. Number 6, face with one hand extended flat like a hair flip. 5, victory or peace hand sign. Number 4, see no evil monkey. Okay. Number 3, raising hands. 2, blank staring face. And what emoji do you think has taken the biggest hit in recent months or years?
I wouldn't even have the slightest guess.
A little hand doing this, the okay hand signal emoji.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that is apparently going to go extinct.
I'm kind of sad about the smiley face with the sunglasses. That's probably the one I use more than anything, actually.
What a square nerd. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis by allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com. Our quote today is from Oprah Winfrey. Easy for me to say. Heidi's dad cannot say her name.
Cannot say
he says Oprah.
Oprah.
He cannot say Oprah Winfrey. The quote from Oprah Winfrey is, "Lots of people want to ride with you in the limo, but what you want is someone who will take the bus with you when the limo breaks down."
Yep.
I agree completely with that.
That's true.
And there have been times in our life where we've done really well and we've had all kinds of people by our side. Then there are times where we're not doing well and I'm
Yep.
looking around going, am I
Crickets.
alone here?
Crickets.
What's going on now?
Yeah.
Quote of the day comes your way courtesy of radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It's an amazing story. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Miracle dog found alive in an underground Virginia cave. Yeah, a heartwarming story emerged from Narrows, Virginia, where a dog was miraculously saved after falling 50 feet into a cave. Think about 50 feet.
That's quite a ways.
So like the ceilings in here are less than 10 feet.
Yeah, that's
So
quite
that'd be
a
like 5
drop.
of these, more than
Yeah.
almost 6 of these rooms. That's crazy. Well,
Poor thing.
a group of explorers made the discovery when they explored an underground cave littered with animal skulls and bones.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Jesse Roche, one of the brave cavers, oh, they call themselves cavers, how cute is that? Played a crucial role in the rescue. With a piece of salami in one hand, he rappelled 50 feet down into the cave to gain the pup's trust. She instantly came over and slurped up the salami and says that she loved that. He recounted. The team wrapped the shivering pooch in space blankets, foam pads, and an old jacket hoodie that they found in the cave to keep the dog warm. Over the course of 3 hours, the cavers above worked to safely bring the pup to the surface. Well, Jesse, pictured in the photo here, stayed down in the darkness. It says the animal shelter said he spent his time gaining her trust so he could strap her to his chest and begin the ascension together. Once they reached the surface, the dog was rushed to Virginia Tech's vet school.
Oh, my gosh.
After numerous tests and x-rays, it was determined that this dog had miraculously suffered no broken bones.
Holy cow.
She was diagnosed with Lyme disease, though, and some spinal inflammation and temporary difficulty using her back legs because she had been in a situation down there.
Right. Oh.
After Hero, Jesse, came by today to check on her, says that she has affectionately named, he named her Sparsy, also known as SPAR-C, Small Party Assisted Rescue Canine.
Oh, cute.
So that's why they call him Sparsy. As of now, Sparsy's doing well under the care of the team. Search for her owner is ongoing, but in the meantime, she is in good hands with the best possible care. So I think that story is adorable, and it could have ended so much worse. I don't know how long the dog was down there, but it sounds like for a bit. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.